You got nothing today?
Why the decision to just do the 1 hour practices this first week?
Well, yeah, we went an hour yesterday or the first day, and then hour 15. We'll ramp it up tomorrow to hour 30. It's just a ramp-up period, just taking care of these guys, getting them back into football shape. You know, they worked out in the summer, but now we're getting back into, training camp. But really pleased with the tempo, really pleased with the energy of practice today, and we got to keep going.
Did some of the injuries around the league kind of vindicate that thought process for you a little bit?
I mean, yes and no. I mean, some of those things, injuries are going to happen, right? It's football, right? It's going to happen. But if you can try to prevent as much of those, because obviously the best ability is availability. So you want your best players out there on Sunday, so trying to prevent those injuries is what we're trying to get done.
What is Richardson dealing with?
He's got a little hamstring.
I heard EJ Speed say that he was talking to Zaire and he was like, man, that was kind of fun today. How are you instilling that fun back into the training camp?
I think just like the connection, just having fun competitions, team meeting room, doing things we do in there, and just always just creating that growth and just the energy. I just want guys that have energy, and I don't mind them talking trash out there. I want that in practice. I think that brings excitement. I think it brings a lot of tempo, a lot of energy.
The deep ball that Anthony had to Alec, how important is it for the wide receiver to understand, hey, I can get that ball downfield, Anthony can get that ball downfield?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. I mean, when you got a guy like Anthony that can get out of the pocket and make those plays, big plays come off scramble plays, and that's something we talk about in the meeting rooms. We work in practice and walkthroughs, and then when it comes up like it came up today to create that big explosive play to Alec was good to see.
How do you think Anthony did with the first team today?
I thought he did a really nice job. The thing that we were looking for, obviously he was stacking the days in spring, and then you get that time off in the summertime. We didn't want him to take a step back, and I don't think he has done that at all. I think he's continued to improve and grow, and we got to keep doing that.
Shane, we'll see what happens with the JT thing. What are the other running backs showing you?
I'm really pleased with Zach and those guys, and Evan and Dion. And Xavier. All those guys are coming together. They're all doing a really nice job.
So you just have to treat it sort of like an injury. He's not here, so you move on.
Yeah. We plan on him being here. Like I said, he's on PUP, and as soon as he's healthy, he'll be back with the football team. We're getting those other guys reps right now.
Undrafted free agent Xavier Scott was listed as a receiver and running back by the team. He's only been participating with the running backs so far in camp. Is that something you anticipate continuing?
Yeah, right now we do. He's played a lot of different things. He can play the F tight end, the receiver, the running back, and all that stuff. So right now he's playing running back.
Shaq Leonard being back so early and doing all the things that he's doing, how important has it been for him to be doing what he's doing right now?
I'm so excited for him to be back. Just the energy he brings. You can feel it at practice. A veteran leader like that, who's a high-profile player, and just having him back on the field. I'm so happy for him. What he's went through. I remember walking through in the spring. He was in there at 5 a.m. grinding, getting his body right every single day. And for him to do what he's doing right now back on this field is really awesome.
What do you think Anthony is learning as far as the timing? Like your free throws probably.
Yeah, I think with anything, those full speed reps, just like the little summits in the pocket, like one today, we had a pressure off the edge and he sped up his forward, we had it picked up, and it was just, and he just barely missed the throw, but it's like little things like that, like, hey, we're picked up, boom, we're good on that, we'll just be a little easier throw right there, we'll be good.
How can going against Kenny Moore help a rookie like Josh Downs?
When you got an elite player like Kenny Moore, it obviously helps. When iron sharpens iron, right? When you got good on good, it's all going to make us better, right? So when the games come on Sunday, it's all going to help us, and Kenny's a tremendous player. Very fortunate to have him.
It looked like Anthony.
Where is that balance between hitting the deep ball to Pierce but being more decisive without a pass rush?
Yeah, exactly. So the biggest thing is, right, if nothing's open, we don't want to just stand there and stand back there, right? So that's why we want to work the scramble, right? So it's not just like, oh, nothing's open, and because you see sometimes I've been around it where it's like, boom, nothing's open. You just kind of jog up the line, boom. So they matched it up pretty good, and it was like, boom, let's scramble and create those plays because that's what it's going to be like in the game.
It looked like Anthony had an option play where he stuck it in Zach's chest, but probably regretted having. Did he talk to you about that?
Yeah, it was. You saw his body language. I'm sure. Those can happen. when you have certain plays where the quarterback's got to make a decision, is he going to be right on every single play? No. If you're doing some of those things offensively, you got to make a decision, and you got to live with some of those.
Shane, will you go full pads tomorrow night, or is that
no? We're going to go Monday.
Coach, how's it been different coaching Anthony Richardson over Justin Herbert, Phil Rivers, and Jalen Hurts?
Yeah, it's been good. Obviously they're all different personalities, but it's been really good to see. They're all different players too. It's been exciting. Obviously, still, we have the spring, still learning them. It's still early, but really happy with where he's at. Just the energy he brings and the work ethic he's had so far has been great.
Coach, with this being your first training camp as a head coach, you have multiple members of your staff in the first time in those positions. How do you think the transition has been for yourself and the staff as a whole?
I think it's good. I think, a lot of these guys, if, you get your first opportunity, and like for instance, like Brian Mason, this is his first opportunity in the NFL. Like, these guys are hungry, They're going to bring it every single day, and I'm looking forward to working with these guys and going through the grind of the season.
cameras with you guys. You're talking about body language.
Yeah.
Is he fully engaged? You feel like he's fully
Yeah.
here, ready to roll?
Yeah, he's here. Like I said, I've had private conversations. I'll keep those private, but he's here every single day.
Cam Turner said
last one here.
Anthony Richardson always texts him a bunch of questions, asks him a bunch of questions. Is he the same way with you, like, in person, text messages, whatever?
Yeah, we had a lot of conversations over the summer, ongoing, just checking in with them, all those different things. But when you do that and you ask those type of questions, like that's like, hey, I want to get better. I want to be a great player, and if he continues to do that, see what happens.
All right.